What's up, Bray Gang? You guys? It is your boy back at it again with another video. I actually just finished watching the Joker movie, and I did promise that I would do an honest review after watching it. And here is the honest, spoiler-free review of the movie, and as short as possible. I'm not going to make this very long. So to kind of sum it up, I'm going to answer the first question that I know a lot of you guys have that haven't seen it yet, excuse me. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking various questions. This is the most popular question: should you go see the Joker? A similar question would be, is it worth watching? The short answer is absolutely. Absolutely. There is so much that this movie goes into that I was not expecting, that kind of had me almost on the edge of my seat at times, because I was almost like, I didn't know what to expect. I honestly did not know what to expect. But a general synopsis of this, without spoiling too much, is basically this story follows the life of Arthur Fleck. I want to say Fleck is his name. Arthur Fleck, aka Joker. He is basically living his life as one of those clown sales people. They have to hold up signs and do the little flippy things, whatever, while he takes care of his mother and whatnot. And basically the world isn't entirely too kind to him, and you kind of see his character develop through the movie, through various experiences that have different impacts on him. Now it's very intense. It's very intense. If you're a person that's super sensitive, just don't watch movies, period. This movie was great. This movie was absolutely great. The graphicness of the movie wasn't as graphic as I thought it was going to be. I feel like it got blown out of proportion when people were like, oh my gosh, it's so graphic. I was expecting a lot more than what I saw as far as that goes, but that's not a bad thing. Like I literally was expecting almost some Saw level gore type stuff, and it wasn't. Honestly, it was not what I was expecting, and I guess to an extent that was a good thing. But at the same time, I feel like when I look back at the reviews that some of the critics that didn't like the movie were making, I now know that it was definitely they overreacted, I guess, to it. Very well played character. I thought Joaquin Phoenix did a very good job displaying his own interpretation of the Joker. In fact, I think this is probably the best interpretation of the Joker I've ever seen. You get to fully see him develop from a regular disturbed man into this being we know as the Joker. Now, something I can sort of say-ish, just to remind you guys, because it's in articles everywhere, so this is not a spoiler at all, but just know this is kind of a standalone movie. This is a standalone movie that was told by Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix together, and they definitely did their job. They did exactly what they set out to do. Now, this movie does kind of keep you wanting more. Like it almost has you hoping for another part to this entire story. But as far as the Joker story goes, his story, which is exactly what this movie was about, is completed from start to finish. From start to finish, you know how the Joker becomes the Joker, and there's no questions, ifs, ands, or buts about it. In fact, I feel like a lot of the movie, the audience can feel sympathetic towards him, or even empathetic towards what he was going through, because a lot happens. But guys, honestly, I would watch the movie easily. On a scale of 1 to Heath Ledger, I would give it Heath Ledger. I would say that this wasn't better than Heath Ledger's performance by a long shot, but it wasn't worse than Heath Ledger's performance. I feel like Joaquin Phoenix and Heath Ledger are both on the same playing field. I feel like what would put Joaquin Phoenix even higher than Heath Ledger is if we get to see him interact with Batman, because that's the same setting we got to see Heath Ledger behaving, because we got to see like his plans, his plots, and blah blah blah. Here, this is more so a story of how he develops into that person. Now, if we saw Heath Ledger's portrayal of how he developed into the Joker, then we can have a more accurate depiction of who's the more preferred actor. But as far as, because I know everybody's comparing Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix did a phenomenal job. In fact, I almost know for a fact this man is going to get an Oscar. He's going to get an Oscar with the performance he gave in this movie. So in that regard, I feel like actually honestly, he's a tad bit better than Heath Ledger in my opinion, just a tad bit. But you guys will see when you watch it. Take my word for it. Go ahead and don't take my word for it. Actually, go watch the movie and tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Hopefully that was helpful. It was very generalized, but just to give you an idea, on a more accurate scale of 1 to 10, I would definitely give it like a 9.5. It literally crossed the threshold of every single aspect. If there was anything I could add to this, I would just, I don't know, I just wanted more. So there was nothing wrong with what they delivered. I just wanted even more, you know? And maybe even, you'll see. I'll give like a spoiler review and stuff later, but I want to give you guys the chance to go watch it. It was really good. And that's all I'll say. Go see the movie, go see the movie, go see the movie.